How's it going, guys? Rangavidsmanga12 here, and in front of your faces we have Spider-Man the Other Evolve or Die Part 6. And I have to say, in this issue it really kicks off. This is the first issue in the Other series where we actually get Marlon and Spider-Man fighting each other, going head to head, and it's pretty brutal, so you're in for a pretty wild read on this comic. But before we get into that, I just want to do a quick giveaway because a super awesome person called Seabrook Chung has sent me more codes to give away, and this is the second time that they've actually sent these codes in for me to give away. And this time we have Ultimate Spider-Man issue 200, Miles Morales The Ultimate Spider-Man issue 2, and of course the Amazing Spider-Man issue 16. So guys, first people to get those codes get the comics, so go to the links in the description to redeem your comics. And yeah, so again, it's first come first serve, so if it says that they've already been redeemed, then guys, you're already too late. Someone else has already got them. But thank you to Seabrook Chung for sending those codes in. I really appreciate it, and I'm sure everybody else does too, so thank you for that. But guys, without further ado, let's get into this issue. Alright, so if I jog your memories back to the previous issue, Peter spent most of his time with his family, with Aunt May, with Mary Jane, taking them into space, going time traveling with them, going into battle at Latveria against the robots with them and stuff like that, and it was really awesome, and it was really nice to see Peter using his powers to his advantage, you know, like maybe going to the casinos in Las Vegas, trying to win some money so that after he's died, Mary Jane and Aunt May can support themselves and stuff like that, which is awesome. And he's actually just like going through his life saying about how he feels more alive now that he's only got a limited time to live. And I think that's something that most of us don't actually realise, that we kind of take advantage of everything because we could die randomly one day, but we don't think about it. And he's talking about how it's strange that we just kind of ignore the fact that one day we could die. So I think that's really interesting to see in this comic. But as you can see right now, Marlon is going to face Spider-Man. They're about to battle it out, and Spider-Man says, no, it doesn't have to be today. And as he's like going away, Marlon grabs Spider-Man and goes through the Daily Bugle window with him. And I especially like the panel with J. Jonah Jameson saying that he's a news reporter, he should know about all this stuff, and there's nothing going on in the city that he doesn't know about. But then Marlon and Spider-Man just go straight through his window without him realising, and Spider-Man again is kind of looking back on his life, kind of, not regretting, but he's kind of saying how he didn't kiss this girl that he used to go to school with, but at least now he can protect her and stuff like that. And he's kind of recollecting about the things that he's done and what he hasn't done, and the chances that he took and what he didn't take, and all of that stuff. And there's a really awesome shot of Spider-Man slamming a computer screen on Marlon's head, and it does nothing. But one thing that I really like is Spider-Man can keep his humorous side integrated into the fight, even though he's got no time whatsoever, and this could possibly be the last fight of his life. Now, after all of these things that Spider-Man has tried to stop Marlon from coming after him, we eventually go over to Empire State University, where it all began, where Spider-Man got bit by the spider. And this is a really heartfelt moment right here because it's going to end where it began. And just for Spider-Man to think, oh, let's go there, because obviously he has a feeling that he isn't coming back from this. But either way, he still pushes forward, facing the fight, the battle at hand, and Spider-Man is just basically trying to stay out of Marlon's reach, trying not to get grabbed or punched by him. But of course, Spider-Man can't dodge Marlon forever, and eventually the odds turn in Marlon's favour, and that is pretty much it for Spider-Man. He's getting thrown through buildings, he's getting thrown through walls, and you guys are probably thinking, where are the Avengers, where's the X-Men, where's the Fantastic Four, where's Daredevil? And that is pretty much what Spider-Man is asking himself as well. But as we know, Marlon can just turn them to dust as well, as we saw in the Spider-Verse when Marlon went against alternate versions of the Avengers. He just like killed them in about 2 seconds, and as you can see, Marlon says that he can give Spider-Man a quick death as he punches him through another wall, and it's really not looking good for Spider-Man at this point. You can see Marlon isn't even breaking a sweat, and Spider-Man's suit is all torn up, he's bleeding. Also, as you can see there, Spider-Man says that he has never, ever been punched that hard before until he met Marlon. And Spider-Man says that he's got to start going big. He starts throwing cars at him and stuff like that, and dumpsters. And Marlon just kind of flicks it away off his shoulder as it gets to him. But he pretty much lays the beat down on Spider-Man at this point. The final blow, he punches him in the ribs. I feel like I can feel Spider-Man's ribs crack as I see the picture on the page, and slams his head into the floor and stuff like that, and it's pretty graphic stuff. Spider-Man's bleeding, he's got blood dripping from his mouth, and this really seems like the end, but Spider-Man gives it one last massive punch, and it really starts to look like Spider-Man's winning. He says that he's gone against the odds before. He has outsmarted fate. He's been up against worse odds, probably even more times in his entire life than any other superhero, and he's always come out alive. And you can literally see that Spider-Man is putting all of his strength into this final fight, and his knuckles are tearing as he punches Morlun. It really seems like he's winning. It really, really does. But Morlun just turns around and says, "I'll tell your family you did your best," and rips out Spider-Man's eye. I can't, honestly guys, you can't believe it when you first see it. Spider-Man is now blind in one eye, and Morlun eats his eye. That is pretty messed up. But Morlun lays down the final blows on Spider-Man, and I honestly have to say, it looks so painful. The artist for this comic is awesome. Just, it really represents and shows the power behind Morlun's punches and just what Spider-Man is being hit by. But honestly, Spider-Man is just absolutely crippled at this point. There's no way he's coming back from this. There's blood all over the street. There's blood all over his body. His suit's torn up. He looks dead. So not only has he been beaten to a bloody pulp, but he's also blind in one eye now. He doesn't even have an eye in his eye socket because Morlun ripped it straight out, and even that looked painful. But that was the end of the issue. So what did you guys think of this issue? Let me know in the comments section below, and hit the like button because that was the craziest issue so far in the Evolve or Die series, and I honestly don't know what to say about that ending. I mean, I've seen it before, but each time you read it, it gets even worse and a little bit more graphic each time, like with the blood and everything. You don't really notice it the first time, but yeah. But anyway guys, I'm going to give this issue a 9 out of 10. I thought it was brilliant. The art really demonstrated how much power was behind each punch, behind Spider-Man and Morlun's punches as well. And especially with just the pain that Spider-Man was there right at the very end where he's lying in his own blood. That looked horrific, and I've really got to give it to the artist for that. And yes, so I think that is it for the end of this video guys, so make sure you go to the links in the description to my Facebook page. I did just preview the alternate covers for the Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows, and of course a little bit more, so go and check that out, the links in the description. Don't forget to go to my Twitter because I always tweet about whether my video is being edited, when it's going to be uploaded, if I'm having any problems with YouTube's processing, because that has been happening recently, and of course amongst other things. So go to the links in the description for that, and make sure you hit the like button on this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.